Some say that the best advertising creatives are sponges, obsessively soaking up whatever is going on in the world. And a sponge is exactly what I'm trying to be as I undertake AMB339, learning all that I can about what is involved in the role as a creative. At the time of filming, our account managers, planners, and media team have been busy working behind the scenes, planning our campaign, researching our target market, and deciding where we will advertise. So while I'm yet to get stuck into the nitty-gritty of the creative, we have been researching Dreamworld's competitors' creative to see what has and hasn't worked. In these early stages, I believe our team synergy is working well, and it started that way from the very beginning. I must give particular mention to Dawson Sorby, one of our camp planners, who got us to come together as a group after the very first shoot to learn a bit about each other on a personal level. We even undertook personality tests to see where we all sit. I believe that this helped us to feel more comfortable with each other and has led us to be able to have more energy at team meetings and more free-flowing communication, as we have broken down any initial walls and have helped to build an environment where we all feel confident in speaking what is on our mind, which is something that MAC 2001 suggests is essential to effectively working in a team, and I agree. Through this open communication, we now know that each of us have the team's best interests at heart, and that any feedback that we give is not personal. Managing a team of 10 is difficult, especially with varying schedules. However, we have ensured to keep in contact via Facebook and update each other on any changes to our availability or issues with workload. We have also agreed to meet collectively as a team next week, outside of class, to further build our relationships on a personal level and allow my partner and I to brainstorm some big ideas with the team. One thing that AMB339 has opened my eyes to is the potential conflicts I may face in not only maintaining but also voicing my personal values. Kidder 2005 recognises honesty and responsibility as two of the 5 widely shared values, and they are 2 that I do try and live by. Consequently, I found it a bit unsettling when Dreamworld asked us to simply forget about the incident for our campaign. Gentile 2010 suggests that there are many ways to voice our values, including looking for a win-win situation and changing the boss's mind through persuasion and logic. However, I believe that this can be difficult to apply to practice. At the end of the day, as an advertising agency, we are pitching to win the client. If a client has an idea of what they want the campaign to be like, going against this to uphold one's own values is an enormous risk and may see the agency lose the client. However, in this instance, I think that it is important. Personally, I believe that Dreamworld needs to start from the beginning. And in any relationship, trust must be the foundation. But in order to build that up again, they need to be honest and they need to take responsibility. This is something that I intend to propose to the team once we get stuck into the creative work. However, it will depend on what research we have found and what we think will appeal to the target market. However, I will do all I can to ensure that I am voicing my own values. 3 things that I think I have done well so far in this campaign are firstly, recognizing and supporting the hard work of the team. Whenever someone lets the team know that they have completed a task, I always do my best to ensure that I thank them for their hard work. Secondly, communicating consistently with the team via Facebook. If I find an interesting article or a video, I always send it through to the team. I also let them know if I'm going to be late to a team meeting to ensure that we can all try and stay on the same page. And finally, getting the whole team to be involved in a discussion. I like to think that I help encourage the whole team to be involved and engaged in a team discussion. Although some of us are more introverted than others, I try to ask specific questions to specific people because I know that our campaign will be improved if we have the voice of everyone. 3 things that I would like to improve on for the remainder of this campaign are to build a stronger and more personal relationship with my creative partner. As although the team is working well and we have formed some relationships, I believe it is particularly important for my creative partner and I to have a strong bond, as I know this will benefit our creative ideas as we'll be able to bounce off each other more comfortably. Secondly, as I mentioned, I hope to be able to voice my values. I want to suggest to the team that we may need to address the incident within our campaign. Although risky, if done right, I believe trust within the public can be restored. And finally, I need to learn to let go of a more leadership position. I naturally like to take on a leadership position when I am in a team. And so to not be across everything that is going on within each of the partnerships within the team is an unusual feeling for me. However, I know that we do have a strong team and that I do trust our account managers and the rest of the team. And therefore, I know that we'll have a strong campaign at the end of this subject. Thank you.